In the quiet, still hours of the night, Mrs. Colvin is suddenly awakened by the shrill ring of her phone. Groggy and disoriented, she answers, only to be informed by a voice claiming to be from the police that there are intruders in her home. The officer warns her that both her life and her daughter are in grave danger. Panic sets in as Mrs. Colvin scrambles, trying to comprehend the terrifying situation unfolding in her home. A police officer tells her that her daughter is in safe hands. But when she hears that the suspect has her daughter, she becomes terrified and drops her phone. However, the tension in the scene soon dissolves, not for her, but for the pranksters watching her every move. It was all an elaborate prank call, orchestrated and filmed by a group of teenage boys: Brady Mannion, Sam Fuller, Jeff Mosley, and Roy, known online as Prank Monkey 69. Their cruel prank is recorded and uploaded online, going viral, and the boys relish in their newfound internet fame. They're celebrated for their dark humor and extreme prank calls, seemingly oblivious to the emotional damage they inflict on others. But their careless actions are about to come back and haunt them in ways they never imagined. Cut to a weekend evening where Sam, left alone at home while his parents are away, is joined by Brady. The two of them, bored and mischievous, decide to continue their prank-calling spree. Among the calls they make, they pull a simple prank on Sam's neighbor by ordering a pizza to their address. The prank backfires when the pizza delivery guy turns out to be none other than their friend Jeff, who works at the same pizza shop as Sam's girlfriend, Peyton. When Jeff shows up at the door with the pizza, he is visibly annoyed by being unwittingly dragged into the joke. As tensions simmer, Jeff leaves to continue his work shift, and the boys continue their carefree night, believing the worst of their pranks are just harmless fun. But things are about to take a much darker turn. As the evening wears on, Sam and Brady receive an unexpected phone call. A voice on the other end claims to know everything about them, who they are, where they live, their deepest secrets. At first, the boys laugh it off, thinking this is just another prank like the ones they're so accustomed to pulling on others. But as the conversation continues, it becomes clear that this isn't a joke. The caller, identifying himself as Mr. Lee, knows personal details about their lives, including their penchant for prank calls. The tension heightens as Mr. Lee starts to taunt them with ominous threats. Then there's a knock at the door. It's Peyton, Sam's girlfriend, delivering another pizza order that neither Sam nor Brady requested. Peyton shares that Jeff has mysteriously disappeared after his earlier delivery, leaving her worried and confused. Though Sam and Peyton share a brief emotional moment in his room, she soon leaves to continue her deliveries. But now, Jeff's sudden disappearance weighs heavily on Sam and Brady's minds. Could this be some kind of elaborate prank set up by Jeff as payback for the pizza prank earlier? Their suspicions are quickly shattered when Mr. Lee sends them a video. The footage shows Brady's parents, bound and gagged, held hostage in their own home. Panic takes hold of Sam and Brady. They try calling the police, but every attempt is intercepted and hijacked by Mr. Lee. It becomes clear that they're trapped, completely at the mercy of their tormentor, who seems to have access to everything in their lives. The realization that they're being watched, possibly for hours, sends chills down their spines. Mr. Lee seizes control of the house's electrical system, and through the TV, he broadcasts a horrifying live feed. They watch in terror as he murders Roy, suffocating him with a plastic bag tied tightly around his head. The sight of their friend's brutal death shatters any remaining disbelief. Sam, now in a state of heightened paranoia, hears noises in the house and frantically searches for the source. His search leads him to Jeff, who is similarly bound and suffocating. Despite his efforts, Jeff dies moments after Sam tries to cut him free. While Sam is desperately trying to figure out a way to escape, Mr. Lee plays psychological games with Brady. He offers Brady a deal. If Brady kills Sam, he will free Brady's parents. The stakes are raised even further when Mr. Lee sends another video, this time of Peyton being captured and held hostage. Brady, overwhelmed with fear and guilt, suggests that they both escape the house and seek help. But Sam, now suspicious of Brady's intentions after suspecting he had a private conversation with Mr. Lee, refuses to let him leave. A physical altercation erupts between the two, and Sam ends up knocking Brady unconscious. While Brady is out cold, Mr. Lee presents Sam with the same chilling offer. If he kills Brady, Peyton will go free. Desperation overtakes Sam, and he ties up Brady to prevent him from leaving. As he contemplates what to do, Lee broadcasts a video on the TV, this one featuring a girl named Izzy, whose face Sam recognizes from a friend request he had ignored on social media. The video shows that Mr. Lee had been stalking the boys for over a year, meticulously planning his revenge. Among the files, Sam finds a video labeled Peyton Video 3, which shows his girlfriend Peyton in an intimate moment with Brady, exposing the affair they had been hiding. Betrayed and enraged, Sam violently lashes out at Brady. In the aftermath of the fight, Sam makes a crucial discovery. The clock in the video feed of Brady's parents is running 2 hours behind, suggesting that the footage was pre-recorded. When Sam demands proof that Brady's parents are still alive, Mr. Lee switches the feed to show their lifeless bodies, killed long before the night began. Believing Peyton is also dead, Sam and Brady decide to leave the house and seek help. But as Sam steps outside, Brady locks him out. Outside, Sam finds a surveillance van, and inside, Peyton is bound but still alive. He frees her, but inside the house, Brady makes a chilling discovery. The body he thought belonged to Jeff in the back of the house isn't Jeff at all. It's Mr. Lee, who has swapped places with the corpse. Brady's realization comes too late. Mr. Lee sneaks up and attacks him. Sam, desperate to save his friend, returns to the house only to hear Peyton scream. Following the sound, he is ambushed by Mr. Lee. In a fight for survival, Sam stabs Mr. Lee, only to discover the horrifying truth. The man behind the mask wasn't Mr. Lee at all. It was Brady, tied and gagged, forced into Mr. Lee's clothing. Sam, in his confusion and fear, has mistakenly killed his own friend. In the final moments, with both Sam and Peyton emotionally devastated, the real Mr. Lee reveals himself. He explains that his actions were motivated by revenge. He is the father of Izzy Colbain, the girl who died after the boys' prank call to her mother. Mrs. Colbain, believing there were intruders, shot her daughter by mistake and then took her own life. Mr. Lee, consumed by grief, meticulously planned this night to make Sam, Brady, and their friends pay for the death of his family. As the film closes, Sam wakes up, disoriented and holding a gun. Peyton lies dead nearby, and the police arrive just in time to arrest Sam. Mr. Lee has masterfully framed him for all the deaths, making it appear as though jealousy over Peyton's affair drove Sam to murder. In the final chilling scene, it's implied that Mr. Lee has set his sights on a new prankster, continuing his deadly mission of revenge, and the story ends with a satisfactory ending.